Hey guys, Crow Cooper here with On the Black with some fan comments. The first one comes from Tommy Two Chips over at the YouTube channel, and Tommy says, someone will take Carlos Beltran. He could DH for sure in the American League. And Tommy left this comment on a video post that I did with Tanya Mercado of City Field of Dreams. And my opinions on Beltran is, before the season started, I would definitely have said that for 2012, 2013, he will probably be with an American League team. He'd probably be there so that he could DH a good part of the time. But seeing as how Beltran has played almost every day and has been out in right field almost every day for the Mets, has not come out of the lineup, knock on wood, because of soreness or injuries or anything like that. He's played every single day. I wouldn't be surprised if he is in the National League next year. I think that 2011, this year, will definitely be his last year with the Mets, but don't count out him signing a 1 or 2 year contract this offseason with another National League team and being able to play every day in the field next year as well too, because he's definitely surprised me by playing as much as he has so far this year, which is good for the Mets because they really needed him in the lineup so far. The next comment comes over from the Facebook fan page, and this one is from Mickle True's log, and this was based on a conversation we were having about some of the recent bad calls by the officials. And part of what the comment is here, he says, I realize fans don't pay to see the umps, but their presence is as much a part of the game as any player. And, my thoughts on the ump, it definitely seems like lately the Mets have had a string of bad calls against them from umpires, whether it was that Friday night game at Citi Field against the Yankees where Reyes was called out at third and he was clearly safe. There's been a couple bad calls here in this Dodgers series. And, normally I don't kind of get on the umps, but, it just seems like, more so than the past couple of years, there have been some definitely bad calls in games, going against the Mets. And, I've seen some things on ESPN2 around the league of other bad calls. So I don't know kind of what's going on. I'm not sure if more instant replay would help solve this or actually make the game worse. Would love to hear your thoughts on this, guys, as to what do you think about the officiating lately, and how should the league go about fixing it. One thing they can do is maybe publish some of these reports against the umpires, whether it's their bad calls or publish how the league is going about fixing this, so at least the fan base knows that something is being done about the string of bad calls that we've seen lately. And lastly, over at the Twitter page, First to Third Tim says, in a perfect world, he'd probably be a good utility man, playing multiple positions with a solid bat. I'd love to see him every day. And he's talking about a conversation that we had about Daniel Murphy. As you guys know out there, I am definitely not the biggest Murphy fan, although I will give credit to Murphy when it's due. I think he's a hard worker. I think he hustles all the time. I definitely think he plays the game the right way, and I think he has a decent bat. In terms of Murphy being an everyday player, in my opinion, I don't want to see him as an everyday player on the Mets. I mean, he is playing every day now, but that's more so due to injury. I think for me personally, in my opinion, I'd like to see him sort of what Tim says here, as a utility guy. I mean, he's proven he can play third base. He's proven he can play first base. He's even proven that, he is respectable in the field at second base. So he can play a lot of different positions. And his bat again is a decent bat, so I'd like to see him more so as a bench player coming off the bench. And again, even though I'm not the biggest Murphy fan, I will give him credit where it's due. But I think that would be the right role for him long term, if he's going to be on the Mets long term, as sort of that utility player / come off the bench when the Mets need him. And that's it for my fan comments. Let me know what you guys think about Carlos Beltran, the umpiring, and about Daniel Murphy. Leave a comment, let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you soon.